Hi, it's Rose here. I'm here again with iSing magazine to share my experience of setting up a home recording studio from scratch. So last time I was with Clive, my studio engineer friend, talking about gear and all the sort of stuff I'd need to go and buy in order to set up a studio. So one of the things we talked about was that you don't actually need to spend a whole heap of money on gear in order to get a professional sounding recording. One of the things he said was, in terms of a microphone, you can actually use just a live microphone like my one, which is a Shure SM58. You can still get a good quality sound using a microphone like that. If you want to check out what we spoke about last time, head back to issue 1 and we talked about loads of other gear and Clive gave some really good advice. In this issue, we're going to be looking at everything I've bought from the shopping list from last time, and Clive is going to come and help me set it all up. Okay, so here I am with all of my stuff. Let's take a look. So, I've got my Yamaha P35 keyboard, is what I decided to buy. The main reason was because I wanted to take it on the road gigging with me as well. So I needed something I could play out as well as use with my computer. So I spent about £330 on this. You don't have to do that though, obviously, if you're not going to take it out with you. You can just use a 1-octave MIDI keyboard straight into the computer, and you can get those for about £60–70 at entry level. Okay, with the keyboard you'll also need a MIDI cable like this one to connect yourself up to the computer. Next we have the portable vocal booth, which Clive actually showed and talked about last time. So this is going to mean that we can get a really good quality sound even though I'm going to be recording in my sitting room. So it's really worth the investment. They're about £80. Next, microphones. So earlier we talked about the SM58 microphone, which is what we normally use for live gigs, but I'm actually going to use one of these. It wasn't actually that much more expensive. This is a Rode NT1A. This one was £150, and actually it comes with a pop shield as well, which is one of these. If you haven't already got a pop shield though, and maybe you're using a microphone that you've already got, you can buy one of these for about £4, so it's really not breaking the bank anyway, but they do have an effect on your recording quality. You'll need your XLR cable. This is what this looks like. And also for my condenser microphone, it comes with a shock mount as well, which is what you cradle the microphone in to keep it steady. Yeah. And you'll need a mic stand. And it's probably best to get a boom one so you can make it nice and steady at the top. Top or the bottom? All right, so headphones. I got some AKG headphones. These cost me around about £70–80, I think. You don't need to spend that much though. Just make sure they're this style of headphone, not the in-ear ones. But obviously the more you spend, the better quality you're going to get with them. They will come with a mini jack and a 1/4" standard size jack as well. So you can use that as an adapter and screw that on as you need to. Finally then, I have my interface. So this is an M-Audio fast track interface. It's just got one XLR input in there, which is all I need. I actually got this for about 50 quid second hand from a friend. If you were to buy it new, it probably cost you about £100. If you were to do multi-instruments at the same time, then you need, just bear in mind you need more than one input for that, for whatever you need, and that might cost you a little bit more. And that will come with your USB cable as well. So I've got my music software, which is Logic, already loaded on my computer, so now I just need to figure out how to put all this stuff together. And that's where I need Clive. Right, Clive, where do I go from here then?
Well, we've found a spot that is quite live, and so we're going to set up a microphone and use all the necessary paraphernalia to help.
Okay, so mic stand, yeah.
First off, we need a mic stand, something you've already got.
Yeah.
And a nice sturdy mic stand, because it's got to hold some weight.
Yeah.
Then we're going to get our shield. And attach it to the mic stand. However you do it, they're all slightly different. This one's got a piece on it for another piece of equipment, but it should still be fine.
Okay.
I'm going to point it towards the foot sticking out. Get it to the height of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to put a microphone on it. This is a nice microphone. It's got a nice cradle which will stop any vibrations coming through.
Okay.
Microphone, which is the front. Always check that you haven't got this round the wrong way. If it's a cardioid mic, there is a definite front and back. The key is normally the name or a spot is always at the front.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Yeah.
You will know when you record and it's wrong because it sounds like someone's calling you from the back of your head.
All right.
A pop shield, very useful thing to have. Something that stops the plosives. Let's
Maybe.
plonk it onto here. This will keep you away from the mic a little bit and it'll stop plosives from making
That's all,
big
all the
pops.
purrs and
pops and
yeah.
all the explosive words.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And give it some distance, like that, so that we've got an equidistant.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's good to have the mic higher than you, pointing down, this angle. If you've got a high voice, that's a good way. If you've got a really low voice, do the other way.
Okay.
But so I generally point it slightly down so that I'm recording here.
Right.
Okay. That's a nice little setup, and wherever this is protecting the mic from all the sounds reflecting off walls and ceilings. So if you want a nice sound in your bathroom, reverberant, take this down.
Yeah.
If you want a nice dead sound that you can work with afterwards, put this up.
Right.
The
So this gives you more freedom, like post-production kind
It
of thing.
does, yes, because you can put the bathroom on afterwards if you want.
Yeah, yeah.
The further you go in, the more isolation you get. So if you put the mic right in there.
So that just makes it more dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More isolation, less information coming from the side. And we have it. Now we just need to connect it up.
Yeah.
This is a nice long lead, and it's embarrassing if you get the wrong plug end. So the rule of thumb is always think about the way the signal's going. With this way out, so this is going to have a male, so I need a female.
Okay.
I don't even need to look. It's going to be in there, twist and click.
Yeah.
Tuck away, clips on there, we've got one. Give it a bit of a loop, some space, that's it. And we're set.
Yeah.
And we can move the whole thing around if we want to sing like that. We want to sing like this. If we don't want to see anybody, if we want to see people, but move the whole thing around with you.
Yeah.
You have movement to make it more live, more dead.
Cool.
But this is a basic setup, and it works really well even in unfriendly environments like this.
Yeah. Okay.
A better environment would be something with lots of soft furnishing, curtains, carpets.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're talking about doing it in a budget. We're not at Abbey Road.
Yeah.
Now that we've set up the microphone, we need to connect the interface to the computer.
Yes. Okay.
So, Rose.
Yeah. That one there.
Yeah.
And our USB goes in the back. I've already got Logic loaded up, by the way, on here. So I've plugged that in, and it says Logic Pro is scanning your system for audio devices and has detected a device named Fast Track. Great. Which is that? So we click yes.
And now we need to connect the microphone to the interface.
Okay.
Microphone. turn the volume down first on the interface. It's down. Okay.
Down now. Okay.
Now you talk into the mic and
Yeah.
we'll see if anything comes through Logic.
Okay, just going to turn it around a bit. Okay, hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Turn the volume up.
Hello, hello, hello.
And now we have got a problem in that the interface that we have purchased is not capable of driving the microphone we've got.
Oh. Why is that then?
We need 48 volts to drive that condenser microphone.
Okay.
So we either need a cheaper microphone, a dynamic microphone to go through this interface, or we need a bigger, better interface to drive the better quality microphone.
Okay.
So what we will do is we'll swap it for a dynamic microphone so that we can carry on at this stage.
Okay, so I've just learned that I bought the wrong interface for my condenser microphone. So we have now switched over to my dynamic microphone, which we showed you earlier, the 58. So where do we go from here, Clive, then?
We have plugged in the SM58 into the interface.
Okay.
We turn up the volume and you talk into the mic and we
Okay.
see if we get some
Hello,
level here.
1 2 1 2 testing.
Nice healthy
1
fat level
2.
coming in here, that's fine.
Hooray!
Hooray! I think what we ought to do now is to connect the keyboard.
All right. Okay. I will come round.
The keyboard
So this is my
has
MIDI
got
board.
MIDI in and outs on the bottom. Our connector has got MIDI in and outs. We need to connect the in to the out and the out to the in.
That's confusing.
Good.
Okay.
And I shall connect the USB other end to the computer.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
And we should have a signal from here to the computer. We've now got our keyboards and our microphone connected to the computer.
So we have everything plugged in now and ready to go. It was actually a little bit easier than I was expecting it to be, so that's good. I hope you've learned from my mistake, and if you're going to use a condenser microphone, make sure you get an interface that supports the phantom power. Next time I'm going to have my new interface so I can use the condenser mic, and I'm going to try recording some vocals to a backing track. So I'll see you then.